When NASA's Perseverance Mars rover transmitted a batch of fresh Martian sky photographs back to Earth, no one anticipated anything unusual. Yet hidden among hundreds of seemingly ordinary images was one capable of overturning our understanding. A faint green streak of light, ghostly streaking across the Martian sky. At first glance, this trail might have been dismissed as an optical illusion or cosmic ray interference. Yet, upon closer analysis, its trajectory, speed, and unique shape perfectly matched a mysterious object astronomers had been tracking for months. This visitor, dubbed 3IATLAS, had briefly entered our solar system earlier this year. Not only did the Perseverance rover luckily capture the first close-up of this interstellar object, but it also recorded unusual phenomena in the sunlight around it. Instead of scattering evenly as usual, the sunlight bent and twisted in a peculiar way, seemingly following some extraordinary pattern. Shortly thereafter, scientists uncovered evidence from this photograph that proved far more unsettling than anyone anticipated. This pivotal image was captured by Perseverance's Mastcam Z instrument, originally designed to study Martian dust and atmospheric fluctuations. Yet this time, its footage revealed phenomena extending beyond the red planet's atmosphere. After meticulous image processing, scientists identified faint, mottled shadows flickering and moving at astonishing speeds across the Martian sky. Calculations revealed these shadows traveled at over 200,000 miles per HR far faster than any known comet or asteroid orbiting Mars. Even more puzzling was the highly uneven distribution of light surrounding this unidentified object. It continuously flickered and pulsed, rapidly shifting between green and white hues, with localized regions exhibiting phenomena resembling plasma fluctuations. The halo enveloping this cloverleaf-shaped object, as inferred from its blurred outline, was not the common result of sunlight reflecting off ice or rock. Instead, it fragmented into a chaotic array of vectors within the vacuum, described by scientists as a form of optical turbulence. Simply put, the space surrounding this unidentified object itself appeared to be warped. Its trail was nearly imperceptible, marked only by an extremely faint line pointing toward the Sunday, a stark contrast to the direction of a comet's tail, which perpetually points away from its parent star. Within mere hours of this astonishing discovery, every orbiter currently circling Mars, including MRO, the Trace Gas Orbiter, TAPGO, and the Mars Atmosphere and Volatile Evolution, MAVEN probe, pointed their instruments toward the same coordinates. The data they transmitted back completely overturned all our existing knowledge about this interstellar visitor. The glow surrounding 3IATLAS, another name, scientists gave the object exhibited unprecedented peculiarities. Typically, sunlight scattered by dust or ice particles becomes polarized, with the vibration direction of light waves aligning predictably according to the material's structure. However, measurements of 3IATLAS revealed no alignment whatsoever. Instead, it exhibited opposite direction rotation, forming extreme negative polarization far surpassing any known comet. This discovery suggests the particles surrounding the object are composed of a completely unknown substance, one exhibiting irregular, high-density characteristics and potentially containing metallic elements. Further spectral reconstruction analysis revealed the object's surface possesses exceptionally strong infrared reflectivity, suggesting a reflective, structured material layer rather than ordinary ice. While trace amounts of nickel were detected, water, a key component of comets, was almost entirely absent, even more perplexing. Despite evident gas outbursts around the celestial body, its orbital path remains astonishingly stable. Logically, the gas emissions should cause slight perturbations to its trajectory, like an unbalanced rocket, yet it maintains a perfect course, as if some force actively corrects its course. During the days when 3IATLAS was closest to Mars, the Perseverance rover recorded dramatic changes in the Martian atmosphere. Enhanced eddy currents appeared in the magnetic field, magnetometer readings exhibited irregular fluctuations, and atmospheric pressure oscillated rhythmically at precise 20 millisecond intervals. A massive dust storm even erupted on the horizon, as if drawn by some invisible force in the sky. Through in-depth image analysis, scientists discovered that the pulsations in atmospheric pressure were perfectly synchronized with the light wave oscillations emitted by the unidentified object. This strongly suggested Mars was responding to the presence of 3IATLAS. Simultaneously, the TGO orbiter recorded a global surge in methane gas concentration, a gas typically confined to localized regions on Mars before mysteriously vanishing. This time, however, the methane concentration increase spread across the entire planet. This mysterious celestial body clearly triggered some large-scale chemical reaction within Mars' atmosphere. While this correlation is undeniable, the underlying cause and effect relationship remains a profound mystery. Whatever 3IATLAS is doing, it is engaging in some profound interaction with the red planet. When planetary scientists attempted to reconstruct 3IATLAS's trajectory through the solar system, the results were startling. Its path was far from random. Its inclination relative to the ecliptic plane and the orbital planes of the planets was a staggering 5 degrees. For an interstellar object originating beyond our solar system, such precise alignment is statistically improbable. Even more unsettling is another incredible coincidence. The direction from which this object entered the solar system differs by only a minuscule angle from the source of the famous 1977 WOW radio signal, considering the WOW signal has long been speculated by some as a potential message from an extraterrestrial civilization. The probability of this near-perfect alignment occurring is less than 1%. Astrophysicist A.V. Loeb categorizes these unusual phenomena into 2 groups: those that might still find potential explanations, and those that appear to lie entirely beyond our current scientific understanding. The latter category includes extreme negative polarization that should be impossible, an anomalous tail pointing toward the Sunday, a stable orbit maintained during violent gas outbursts, metallic components found in its constituent material, and its astonishing alignment with the direction of the WOW signal. All these phenomena conflict severely with known physical laws. For the first time in decades, scientists began privately discussing a hypothesis long considered taboo. 3IATLAS might not be a comet at all, but a meticulously engineered probe. As 3IATLAS gradually receded from Mars, the James Webb Space Telescope maintained close tracking, pushing its observational capabilities to the limit. Initially, the return data appeared unremarkable, displaying the familiar spectrum of reflected sunlight. However, approximately 2 hours later, the object's spectrum began to shift. The spectral lines gradually narrowed, and this change was not random or disordered, but exhibited precise rhythmic intervals of 21.9 seconds, exactly matching the pulse signal period recorded days earlier by the Mars orbiter. These energy bursts were too orderly to be caused by simple celestial rotation or solar interference. They appeared more like a precisely controlled, repetitive phenomenon with clear intent. More unsettlingly, within each major pulse, minute fluctuations existed. When scientists converted these tiny fluctuations into binary code, they were stunned to discover the code formed a structured pattern. NASA's Deep Space Network began referencing this data to eliminate any potential terrestrial or space-based interference. When visualized, the binary fluctuations revealed a recurring six-pointed geometric pattern, a precise hexagonal grid reminiscent of Saturn's famous hexagon at its north pole, yet far more intricate, bordering on artificial engineering. This was no random cosmic noise, but an organized signal. It was as if three intricate maps were transmitting some message. Yet, astonishingly, this message wasn't radiating into the depths of space, but instead traveling in the opposite direction inward toward the solar system. By meticulously tracing these radiation paths, the Webb telescope reached a chilling conclusion. These pulses weren't vanishing into the vastness of space, but bouncing back from the surface of Mars. Shortly thereafter, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MAR, recorded a faint electromagnetic anomaly over Mars' northern hemisphere, powerful enough to disrupt communications for nearly 12 minutes. Engineers initially attributed this to solar wind interference, but observations from the Mars atmosphere and volatile evolution MAVEN mission disproved this theory. The disturbance's characteristics did not match known solar activity patterns. Its true origin appeared to lie beneath the Martian surface. A deep rumbling emanated from the depths of the red planet, its cycle perfectly synchronized with the 26-second period of 3IATLAS. Further data processing revealed three active nodes within the Martian crust, aligned in a straight line. One lies beneath the colossal Olympus Mons, another near the equator, and the third is concealed deep within the polar ice caps. This precise configuration astonishingly matches the geometric patterns detected by the Webb telescope within the radiation emitted by the unidentified object. It appears that resonant waves originating from 3IATLAS have reached Mars in some manner we yet do not comprehend, triggering a planetary scale response. A faint yet intensifying hum spread through Mars's crust in concentric ripples, simultaneously altering its magnetosphere and ionosphere. For the first time in its history, this silent world possessed a rhythm akin to life, pulsing, pure, and rhythmic. When the Webb telescope once again turned its massive mirror toward the red planet, it captured a faint flicker in the upper Martian atmosphere. It was not mere light, but movement. Something invisible was gliding through the Martian skies, repeating the trajectory the 3IATLAS had carved 3 days prior. Weeks later, the hum emanating from beneath Mars not only persisted, but stabilized into a steady rhythm. Every 21.9 seconds, a distinct pulse, like a mechanical heartbeat, pierced the planet's rocky crust. NASA officially classified it as a subsurface electromagnetic anomaly. But within the agency, everyone knew this was far from a simple geological phenomenon. These pulses did not spread chaotically, but exhibited a highly coordinated propagation pattern. Each vibration precisely corresponded to an energy burst within Mars' magnetic field, forming an ever-expanding pattern that now covered the entire planet. For the first time in human history, a celestial body once deemed lifeless revealed a quasi-biological global rhythm. The Webb telescope continuously recorded minute temperature fluctuations across Mars' surface. Then, one night, it captured a phenomenon that silenced every terminal in ground control. The planet's entire surface temperature dropped simultaneously for 3 full minutes. This was not a gradual process, but an instantaneous event. Every crater, every rock, every polar ridge emitted an almost identical green glow at that moment, its wavelength perfectly matching that previously observed around the 3IATLAS. This glow might have been too faint for human eyes, but to the Webb telescope, Mars seemed to be flickering, breathing, awakening. After this strange light faded, the pulsations within the planet persisted, and their intensity had doubled. Following a meticulous analysis of telemetry data via the Deep Space Communications Network, Earth Command descended into profound panic, for these pulsations were no longer confined solely to Mars itself. Minute electromagnetic fluctuations began registering within the solar system, weak yet steady and regular, their delays precisely matching the time light takes to travel from Mars to each observation point. This could not be coincidence. Mars was transmitting signals. Worse still, something appeared to be receiving them. Upon performing Fourier analysis on these waveforms, scientists uncovered a shocking truth. The signal's frequencies were not constant, but slowly evolved according to a complex mathematical pattern. Their recursive logic mirrored the famous Fibonacci sequence, a growth algorithm pervasive in nature, found in galactic spiral arms, DNA structures, and the spirals of seashells. This was a sophisticated method for creating order from apparent chaos. But this time, its origin was not natural, but artificial. The rumbling from deep within Mars had now evolved into a decipherable message, one that appeared to be continuously self-learning and evolving. The latest discovery soon surfaced. Using data collected by Mars orbiters, the Webb telescope precisely pinpointed the epicenter of the subterranean resonance beneath the vast Elysium plains, where ancient lava flows had long since cooled into solid rock. New measurements revealed a nearly perfect spherical cavity beneath the surface, approximately 5 kilometers in diameter, exhibiting an unusually high metallic density. Whatever this was, it could not have formed through any known natural process. When the submersible's seismic sensors attempted to send probing pulses deeper into the cavity, they received an astonishing response. The echo delay was precisely 21.9 seconds, amplified by some mechanism and exhibiting distinct structural features. Its energy spectrum perfectly matched the signature released by 3IATLAS before its disappearance. The conclusion seemed obvious. It had never truly left the solar system. Something, or rather, summonen, remained here. A week later, the persistent hum abruptly ceased. Readings from all orbiters, satellites, and telescopes fell silent. The planet seemed to return to its former tranquility. Magnetic fields stabilized, atmospheres settled. NASA officially declared the anomaly over. Yet, hours after the signal vanished, the Webb telescope captured one final, unforgettable image before its instruments briefly overloaded. Mars appeared as an ordinary dark red sphere against the pitch-black backdrop of space. Yet, after careful image enhancement, scientists were stunned to discover a faintly luminous ring, like structure emerging around the planet, pulsing with precise intervals of 21.9 seconds. This faint glow did not originate from the planet itself, but from an unidentified object orbiting above it. Visible only in the infrared spectrum, its outline, dimensions, and shape matched perfectly with the mysterious shadow the Webb telescope had tracked weeks earlier, the very silhouette that had once trailed the 3 planets. As scientists had initially misidentified, the same pattern, the same rhythm, within the same frame, something else unsettling lurked in the distant backdrop of Mars and its faint glow. The Webb telescope captured an extremely narrow beam of light, hurtling at the speed of light deep into the vastness of space, pointed directly toward Earth. This beam lasted a mere 2 seconds before vanishing into the infinite darkness. NASA officially attributed it to cosmic interference from afar. But when analysts delved into the beam's spectral composition, they discovered a repeating sequence, a distinct binary code. After decoding, only one spine-chilling word remained: awake. Now, every 21.9 seconds, radio telescopes worldwide detect a faint echo amid the cosmic background noise. This whisper is so faint, it nearly drowns in endless interference, eerily reminiscent of the hum that came from Mars in '89. No one knows whether this is a deliberately engineered transmission or merely cosmic reverberation, a warning from afar, or an unknown invitation. But if the arrival of 3IATLAS serves a specific purpose, it may not be merely passing through. It could be systematically examining each planet in the solar system, awaiting the first life form to respond. Since Mars has already made its voice heard, could Earth be next?